Hello everyone, welcome to our medicine wheel, the 4-part medicine wheel timeless tarot reading, and we are now in part 3. Now for those who have just seen this video for the first time, my suggestion is that you go and see first part 1 and part 2 of this 4-day series of tarot reading, so that you will be able to have a clearer understanding of how the medicine wheel is being created. So my suggestion now, if this is the first time you've seen this video, is to go to the description box and click part 1 or part 2, but the better is to click part 1. Okay, and afterwards, now for those who have already gone through part 1 and part 2, for those who have chosen pile 1, as you know, the pile 1 consists of lapis lazuli, which is a chakra stone for the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. For pile 2, we have amethyst, which is the chakra for the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. So this is the gemstone. And for the pile 3, we have black obsidian. Now, black obsidian is a chakra stone for the base chakra. Okay, so for those who have already made a choice in part 1 and part 2, let us now proceed to the specific pile that you have chosen. Just a reminder, if you want to skip some parts, all you have to do is to click the timestamps that are available in the description box. Well, without any further delay, let us go to pile 1. Okay, pile 1, for those who have chosen lapis lazuli, we will place the crystal here and accompany it with the clear crystal so that the power of lapis lazuli will be enhanced. Okay, the effect of lapis lazuli will be enhanced. So in part 1, we will just get a short overview. In part 1, in the west, we created the 4 corners of the earth spread, north, south, west, east. And as I told earlier, in west we place the card that symbolizes something that have closed in your recent past, something that underwent sunset. And then in the eastern part, we relegated the card that is a new beginning in your present life, which is the sunrise. Okay, in the southern part, we designated the southern part as the card where the physical things that are happening in your present time that you are consciously aware. This is represented by this card. On the northern part, this represents the spiritual realm, where the present things that are happening that you are not aware of is represented by this card. And then finally, the main energy is the one in the center. And this is what is presently happening, the main energy of what is presently happening. And in pile 1, as we have known, there was you picked up something, you left something, maybe several things, but you left something that did not satisfy you. And you left it when you started in the present time. You are uncertain of what will be the result after you've left everything. And because you've left everything, in the near future, there is a possibility that you will experience moments of pain and moments of turmoil because of the slow detachment from the things that you have left behind. And as in the present moment, the one that is happening in your conscious mind, you were aware that a chapter have closed in your life, which was represented by death. And at the same time, you felt a little bit disunited, a little bit less whole, a little bit unstable, because of what have happened at the previous incident. And at the same time, in your spiritual realm, things are already starting to bloom. because a new chapter is beginning after this chapter have closed, and new lessons are being learned because of that experience. So we had the world. So we had this Eight of Cups for the West. We had the Three of Swords for the East, and the Moon for the main energy, and Death for the South, and then the World for the northern part. Okay, now let us go to part 2 and have the summary of part 2. Now in part 2, as we know in the previous past, no, in part 2 we added the 4 elements of the earth, and the 4 elements are earth, air, fire, and water. No, and for the earth we had the devil, and for the air we had the Two of Swords, and they represented the past incident. So you left behind something. It is something that was toxic. It could have been an addiction, or a bad relationship, or a bad situation in your career area. It can be also a family matter that is a little bit troublesome for you, and you were not satisfied with it, so you left it behind. But at the same time, in that present time also, you were in a process of decision making. Maybe this was the stage where you were deciding which you would retain in your life and which you would leave behind. But at the same time, you are not aware of everything. You are blindfolded. Like, for example, if it is a relationship where you are a third person, you do not know what is the situation completely. No, you don't know the other part. No, so in a certain sense, you were trying to make a decision at that time, a decision that could affect you and could cause you pain in the future, but at the same time you were not completely aware of it. So where you were leaving everything behind with a sense of mystery. That is why also when you were in the present moment, there was a sense of mystery here also, and there was a need for you to really examine things more closely and pray more, allow yourself to be guided more by the spirit. And then afterwards, in the area of fire and water, we noted that in the near future, you will be a person who will be like the emperor. You will be stronger. You will be more discerning. At the same time, you will have stronger boundaries. At the same time, also, you are already a person who requires certain standards when it comes to career, relationships, and family, and other things. No, so you are already a person who is not only performing well, but also demanding also what you deserve. Okay, but at the same time also, you by this time in the near future also, you will have better friendships and better relationships, because you expect much better when it comes to relationship, even between friends and co-workers, and also family relationship. And you are a person who demands that you be treated well. So in a certain sense, no, there is a celebration also of relationships, in contrast to the previous one wherein you are toxic and you are always in the losing end. And at the same time, at this time, whatever addictions you had in the past, or whatever bad habits you have, in the near future you will seem to be able to overcome it soon. However, because it takes time to get rid of those toxic situations in your past, there will still be moments where you will still experience pain and experience some turmoil within. But it's a process that somehow, if you continue on working on these things, it will slowly fade away. Okay, now we are going to part 3, which is our activity for today. Now let's go to part 3. Okay, so for part 3, we are going to see what are the messages for us from the spiritual realm. So we will be looking at the messages from the divine or the universe, and from our spirit guides, our archangels, our guardian angels, our angels, our ancestors, and also our spirit animals. Okay, so for this one, for the divine and the universe, we will be using the cosmic reading cards, and for our angels, the archangels and our guardian angels and all the other angels, we will be using the Archangel oracle cards. For our ancestors, we will be using the Shaman's dream oracle, and also for our animal guides, we will be using the Archangel animal oracle cards. Okay, so we will not hurry anymore. Now let us see what is the message for us from the divine and from the universe. So we will randomly pick one card. One more. Okay, so let's pick one card. Patience. Okay, so it's patience. You are asked to be patient. So it takes time, no? This will take some time. There will be some pain, especially if it is a loss of a person or loved one. It will take at least average of 1 year. When it comes to a loving relationship, if you really work on yourself, hopefully after 3 months you are a little bit better. So it takes a long time to really overcome things. But if you are not able to work on yourself well, then you do not detach, or you do not work on your inner child, and you do not really detach yourself from the toxic relationship that you had in the past, then it will be very difficult and it will take a longer process. No? But if you work on yourself in less than a year, you will feel better. Usually after 3 months, if you are really diligent in working on yourself, you will be able to overcome it. The same also with some problems if you are part of an organization or a career. No, okay. So now we go to the message of our archangels and our angels and our guardian angels. Okay, what is their message? Peace. Oh, very nice. Okay, from Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay, so I think it has something to do with this one also. You are giving unconditional love, and you expect also to receive unconditional love. If you do not receive it from others, then you are happy just being you. Okay, you are a cup that is overflowing. You don't need anybody to fill up your cup. But if you reach out to others, it is because you want them to share in your joy. Okay, but you also deserve love, so you expect it also that others also would love you the same way that you love them. Okay, so it's very nice, no? Patience, peace. Okay, let's see what our ancestors will tell us. Fortune's will. Okay, like the wheel of life. Luck and right timing. Okay, so it seems that yes, something good will come to us, but we have to do it with right timing. And fortune's will, it's about the wheel of life also, no? So let's see now with regards to our spirit animals. Okay, who will be our spirit animal? Who will be our companion? Let us see. One more. Okay. Something just came to my mind, no? Something about the archangel. Okay, so we have the dove. Very nice. Yeah, it's supporting what just came to my mind. You know, while I was shuffling, no? But wait, let's read it first. Spread messages of peace and harmony. Okay, nice. Okay, no, when I was shuffling this card, no, I found myself looking at the card from our angels, no, and here it shows here, no, when you look at this card, you see the angel holding a bird as if about to set the bird free. No, it said the thought that suddenly came to me is during the time after the flood, during the time when this story in the Old Testament where Noah and his family created an ark, and pairs of animal started coming and entering the ark. And then after they closed the ark, it started raining for many, many days. And then afterwards, when the rain stopped, they had to wait for another, for a long time again, so that the water would slowly disappear from the earth. And when after several times, no, to test if there's already land after the big flood, no, what Noah did was he sent out a bird, no. Actually, he sent out two birds, no, and uh, the bird was sent out in order to see if things are already good, no, things are already well. For me, I feel, no, that whoever you had some toxic relationships in the past, those who have hurt you in the past, no, it's as if there is an invitation for you in the future, no, not now, after you've somehow healed already, no, to always have this sense of peace. I mean, whether we like it or not, even if these people have hurt us in the past, no, whether it be a colleague or a friend or a toxic partner, no, or a family member, even if they have caused us pain, they were also a cause for us to learn things about life. No, they are also instruments of fortune in our life. They they taught us things, no, things that we need to let go, things that we need to work on our life, no, things that they taught us that we deserve more. They led us to transformation in our life. So in a certain sense, we continue on loving them, although they may no longer be part of our life. We continue on caring for them and loving them. And if they would reach out for us, we would always still be in a forgiving way, a person who will still extend peace. No, they might reach, okay, you continue to extend peace. For example, if it is a loving partner, a toxic partner, after a certain while you've already healed and this partner reaches out to you, then you offer peace. But it doesn't mean that you will have another relationship with that partner, no, because you know already that it's already a toxic relationship. It's already understandable that you will not have another relationship with that person again. But it doesn't mean that you will remain angry with that person. You would still consider them, uh, show them that you are not angry and that you have moved on, that you have already chosen a new life, but at the same time you are not bitter. You offer them peace, but there is already a certain limit. Like for example, we cannot be what we were before. Okay, so like that. I deserve more, and I am happy with what I am now. No, so I continue on my life, and I also wish you a good life. If I can be of help on you in the future, maybe you can offer your help. It depends, as long as it doesn't, as long as you are able to maintain your good boundaries. No, so it's for example, you are not angry with the person, you forgive them, because when you forgive them, you also forgive yourself. But at the same time, you have your healthy boundaries already. There is a certain limit. I mean, you look at them with peace, but at the same time, you maintain your boundaries. You maintain your standards. No? It doesn't mean that because you have offered peace, you will be again partners again in life. No, it doesn't have to mean that way. No, uh, it's very I don't know how things will happen in the near future. If the person also would change, we do not know, no, or the person might not change, we also do not know. So but what is here is that willingness to offer peace, because unless we learn to forgive, then we will always be in turmoil, we will always be in pain. It is only by learning to forgive, learning to close the book as a chapter that you have learned a lot of things, no, that the fortune's wheel, or the wheel of fortune, will again continue to turn. No, at if you continue on dwelling on the past, this wheel of fortune will have a flat tire and it will not go around. Okay, so for it to go around, there is a need for us, I think, no, the message is for us to offer peace and love. And this is what the dove is offering for us. You see here the doves, no, the doves have hearts, have the heart chakras are glowing, no, and they are reaching towards each other, no, but at the same time, as they reach towards each other, they are reaching towards the sky, no. So you have certain standards already. You already see how you're already having a good relationship with the divine, and you continue to maintain high spirits, no. But so you spread, and as you go through, you spread the message of peace and harmony. So when you spread the message of peace and harmony, it means that you will also be forgiving. Sooner or later in the future, the invitation for you is to learn to forgive. But as you maintain your boundaries, you need also to learn to forgive. Now, it's not going to be an easy process. That is why it is said here, you need to have patience. When you look at it, it takes a long time for this kind of hair to grow, no? And to think that this hair is even tied towards itself, no? So it means it is much longer than what we see it as it is. So it means it takes a long time for this hair to grow. So it's gonna take some time, no? But there will come a time, as long as your intention is to offer peace to everyone, there will come a time that you will be able to forgive them, while at the same time continuing your life and maintaining your healthy boundaries to always include those who would enrich your life, no? It doesn't have to be, but at the same, it doesn't have to be that you would be unkind already to those who have caused you pain. The challenge is to learn to forgive them, because when you forgive them, you close the book. You are able to completely close the book, and you will be able to heal yourself of the pain and the turmoil that are still with you at this present moment. So it will take some time. You need to be patient. No, you need to slowly work on yourself. So that is why it's important for you to nurture your inner child, and you need to be patient in working on your inner child, patient in building a healthy boundary, patient in requiring that the friendships that you will have will be friendships that are high energy. So it will take time. But at the same time, also, you need to forgive. You need to be at peace with everyone, at peace with the new people that will come to your life, at peace with the new career that you will have, at peace also with your past. No, so you learn to forgive them. Sometimes it might take a little effort, like for example, you just try to close your eyes and try to visualize these people and try to say to them, I forgive you. Maybe that's the best thing that you can do for now. No? It depends. No? If you just go with the flow, you just allow the spirit to guide you, you will go through this process. The important thing is that you have this intention that I want to be at peace with the whole universe. I want to be at peace with the whole of creation. Okay, and when you are at peace, it will also include that sooner or later you will need to learn to forgive those who have hurt you. Okay, but as it says, he says here, you have to be patient, and when you are patient, it means that you will have to wait for the right timing. You do not immediately forgive them when you are not yet ready. No, you need to have the right timing. When you feel you are ready, then you can forgive them. And there are stages of forgiveness. You can forgive them first from a distance, and maybe when you are ready, maybe the divine will create a certain situation with the help of the spirit guides. They will create a certain situation where you will be able to offer peace and forgiveness to those who have caused hurt for you. But in the meantime, you constantly work on yourself, no? And the good fortunes are going to come. Just, they say, right timing, no? In the right time, in God's time, in the divine's time, the good things will come. There is a promise of good things. In the right time, all this will come. So all you have to do is to be patient. You wait, and always be a person that offers peace. Well, isn't it interesting? Okay, So now we have completed part 3. For part 3, okay, so for those who are interested and would like to have further reflection, that will follow now. And I hope that tomorrow I will be able to see you so that we can continue with the final part, which is part 4. Oh, but before we continue, I forgot, let us try to get an angel number. Okay, so let's try to see what is our angel number for today. Okay, so we have 6 and 5. I almost forgot the angel number. Okay, so 6 and 5. 5 plus 6 is equals to 11. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we have the angel number 2. Okay, just a moment. So angel number 2, this represents balance, duality, and partnership. Okay, so when you are there's a need. I suddenly look at here, there's a certain balance. You need to weigh things, so you need to really weigh things, when it comes to living your life, you need to have a balance. You should have time for yourself, time for your loved ones, time for your career. There's a need for you to have balance. At the same time, there is a need for duality. Duality is, I guess, being in touch with reality, but at the same time in touch with your inner world. Okay, so there is a need for you to spend more time also. There should be time also, not only for yourself, not only for your loved ones, not only for your career, but time for the divine, time for your spiritual life. Okay, and I think that is the importance of duality. While you are living in the reality of the physical world, you are also living in the reality of the inner world. You are a person that is balanced interiorly and exteriorly. And if you are able to do that, now you will be a person who will be able to give peace, a person who will be able to give love, and you will have relationships or partnerships that would be fulfilling. So it's nice, maybe the angels are indirectly telling you that in the future, if it is a partnership that you have left that is not quite good, there might be a promise of a partnership that will be more fulfilling for you. So it represents balance, duality, and partnership. So I suggest you just watch yourself, you try to see if you would there will be frequent moments that you will see number 5 or number 6 or number 2. You try to see. Here we have already number 2 and 5. Number 2 anyway. You just try to see, okay, if you frequently see number 5 and number 6 or number 2 or number 11, then these are indirect signs that the angels are telling you, we are with you and we are working for you. We are working things, making things well for you. This is an assurance when you see them. Another thing that the angels will usually assure you is when you see feathers. So for example, you're walking along the street and suddenly you see a feather along the street. So this is another assurance that you can have. So your angel number now is 5, 6, 11, or 2. Okay, that's it. Until, hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, pile 1. So what is our reflection guide for today? So I think now that we have received messages from the divine and also from our spirit guides, our reflection guide for today is to try to find a schedule in our daily life, where you can spend time to be in touch with the divine. Oftentimes they say that the sunrise and the sunsets are the doorways or the hinges of the door of our life, and usually it is good we could spend at least maybe you can start with 15 minutes and then maybe later you can increase it as the time goes by, as you start to enjoy being with the divine, no? So you to spend some time in the morning, maybe watching the sunrise is one way. If you have not been spending time, as you, if in the past you have just been too busy working on a lot of things and everything, and you didn't had you never had an experience of really spending time with the divine, you can start by just making sure that at the start of the day, maybe instead of just riding the vehicle or the public transport going to the office, maybe you can you can go to the office earlier, and maybe go down maybe a few blocks before the office, where the view is beautiful, where you can be in touch with nature, and then you go down from the bus or the public bus, or a few blocks before, and then you go for walk for the rest of the way, go into your office. Can be like that, no? The beautiful thing is, I mean, you start the day being in touch with creation. Creation is the temple, the temple of the Lord. When you look at the Old Testament, no, and also when you look at the those who are in the peripheries, no, they are much closer to God. And for people to get in touch with God, there is this tradition of going to the mountains or going to the wilderness, no. It's like that, no. So it means that the first step that you can do, maybe if you are not used to spending time in prayer, is at least to make it a point, sa early in the morning or in the afternoon, you go for a walk and be in touch with nature. Sometimes if you don't have that opportunity to be close to nature, just by spending a quiet moment by the terrace or by your garden, or taking care of plants, is another way of being in touch with nature. And when you are in touch with nature, you also make yourself sensitive to the presence of the divine. So that is one thing, no? You will see, if the moment that you undergo transformation, you will find yourself, most of you will find yourself waking up earlier and spending more time for you. So in these quiet moments that you have for you, this will always also be an opportunity for you to get in touch with the divine, and also with your spirit guides. Many of you, after having a toxic relationship, maybe some of you might suddenly undergo some transformation, and for some of you, you might have awakenings, no? And when you start to have awakenings, don't worry, you will be led by the spirit, and the right people to guide you will come along. But it is important for you to spend time for meditation, spend time in silence, spend time closer to nature. You can start with, even if just for 10 minutes, no, 10 minutes in the morning, you just spend that time being alone with the divine in prayer and meditation. Being in nature also can help, no? At the same time, in the afternoon, if you have another 10 minutes just before sleeping, to thank the divine for the day that was, the day that have just closed, no? It's good also to do that. At the same time, also to always have this thankful spirituality, no? I mean, everything that happens, like for example, we thank the divine and the guides for giving us this moment, this enlightenment, this moment of being close with them and being guided by them, receiving messages from them. We say thank you. The little things, suddenly somebody shows you kindness, we say thank you. We say thank you to the divine. We say thank you for our spirit guides. When you see a feather in the street, you say thank you. When you see a series of numbers repeating themselves, you say thank you. When you receive something positive in your life, you say thank you. When you encounter challenges which you know will teach you to become a stronger person, you say thank you. If you have this thankful thankful spirituality, always thanking the divine, our spirit guides, and also the people around us, then we are more open also to be, we become more sensitive also to the touches of the divine and the touches of our spiritual guides. Let us now go to pile 2. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to our part 3 of the Medicine Wheel series. And here, we will just have a short review of day 1, which is part 1 of the medical series, where we did the four corners of the earth spread. And then later we will follow it up with a short review also of part 2. So for part 1, the short review. So for those who are in pile 2, you chose amethyst as your gemstone, and then we just added the clear crystal quartz, so that it will amplify the effect of the gemstone. And so in the four corners of the earth, the part 1, the things that closed in your life is that in the recent past you received a special gift that set you on fire from the divine, and at the same time, in the present moment, the main energy was that your cup was overflowing, the Ace of Cups, and in your conscious world, you had the Empress. So you were a person, you became a person who is very much blooming, and at the same time productive, and at the same time in touch with the divine. And at the same time here, you see the setting free of your inner child, which is the sun. And then finally, in the near future, what will be opening up will be a person who is very much in touch with the divine and has inner strength and has this proactive capacity to face things and reach out to their dreams with courage. So this is what had happened in our part 1. Now, let us go to a review of part 2. Okay, so for a review of part 2, by the way, if this is the first time that you've seen this video, I suggest that you consider looking at part 1 and part 2, so that you will be able to see the flow of the formation of the medicine wheel. So there are links available to part 1 and part 2 in the description box. Okay, so here we see yesterday in part 2 we placed already the four energies of the earth, energy of earth, air, fire, and water. And what we saw was that in the recent past, you did not just receive a special gift, you received also the gift of prosperity, promising prosperity. So you received the gift that sets you on fire. It can be a relationship, a new inspiration in your career, or a deeper relationship with the divine, and with a certain gift when it comes to relationship to friendship or family. So at the same time, this is one a little bit more specific gift. You received another specific gift, which is prosperity, or something related to your career. It is a very flourishing one, but there is a sense of challenges that will be facing you in the future, but it is already full of promise at this present time. And at the same time also, at this at the time when in your recent past you develop already this status of being the King of Swords, one who upholds what is right. So you do not only speak what is right, you do not only abide by what is right, but you also promote it like an emperor or like a king. You are also somehow a defender of the voiceless, and things. You are a person who really promotes what is good, and you are constantly aware of the presence of the divine. And then here we see here in the present time, in the spiritual realm, your inner child is at this present time enjoying, basking in the beauty of this present moment. And at the same time also, you are not only a king but also an empress, that is very productive, and then at the same time, there's a possibility also of having children. And at the same time here, your cup is overflowing and you're constantly aware of the presence of the divine. And it is very much related here also in the near future. It seems that you will be developing more your intuitive gifts. Maybe you might even develop psychic gifts in the near future. So you need to deepen your relationship with the divine. And then this relationship will deepen to the point that it will be like the cup that is overflowing. You will develop this courage to reach out to your dreams with confidence. And at the same time, you see, in the near future, your being their inner child will continue to flourish. There is another sun here, and then you will be recognized by people, celebrated by people, not only by people but also in the spiritual realm. So this is what had happened for the part 1 and part 2, for the 4 corners of the earth and the 4 energies of the earth. Now we will go to the already to the official part 3, wherein we will try to see the messages from our spiritual guide and also messages from the divine and the universe. Okay, pile 2, for part 3, we are going to receive the messages from the divine, the universe, and our spirit guides. So here in this upper corner, left upper corner, we have the cosmic reading cards, which will represent, we will get a card here so that we can get a message from the divine and the universe. And here the Archangel oracle cards, we will get some messages from our archangels and our angels and our guardian angels. Here we have the Shaman's dream oracle, where we will get messages from our ancestors. And at the same time here, finally, is the Archangel animal oracle cards, from which we will get some ideas or messages from our spirit animal guides. Okay, so now we will try. I already pre-shuffled it before, but we will shuffle it again, no? And then we will get one card here so that we can get a message from the divine. So we are about to finish already the placing of the cards. So yes, part 1 we did the 4 corners of the earth, then the 4 elements of the earth, and then now we are going to put the messages from the divine and our spirit guides. So for here we have strength. Wow. Okay, so you can see here, so this is strength. You can see here a tiger. Tiger is a very big creature, no, and it symbolizes here strength. And from this tiger you see a lot of white auras emanating from him, and it's reaching out to the rest of the universe. So this strength affects not only his surrounding area but also affects the universe. Okay, so it can be also a strength that comes from the universe, from the divine. So the divine is giving you the gift of strength. So you see, you're very you see here, you are even given strength, no, the gift of strength. I think this is the strength of not only externally but also interiorly, and much more interiorly, spiritual strength also. Yeah, so this is what you are being given here. Oh, very nice message. So this is a strength. And then for our archangel, let us see what are the message of our archangel for us today. So here we get the message of your archangel is moon cycles. Okay, so recently, just recently we had the eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, and then at the same time full moon. In the moon cycles, Archangel Haniel, notice how the moon affects your energy, okay, related to strength and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. So your strength is related to the cycles. There will be cycles, parts of the moon cycles that wherein your strength will be more prominent, and there will be times in the cycles where it will wane. You will be able to feel it anyway. So you will see, okay, at this part of the face of the moon I am like this, and at this part of the face of the moon, you will develop it, because now you are being developed also. The sensitivity, your sensitivity and your intuition is being developed. And so one of the things that you need to nurture at this time is this sensitivity to the cycles of the moon. There might be moments when the moon is full. Some people might not be able to sleep, something like that. So you will be able to see. So when you are able to understand more the effects of the cycles of the moon to you, then you will be able to maximize the strength that God has given you. Let's start first with our ancestors. So let's see what are the message of our ancestors for us. Okay. Okay, for our ancestors, the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Let us see what is the message for us. Okay. Dragon's Horde. Okay. Protecting the future. Wow. Okay, so the location of our ancestors is also in the future. And the dragon's hoard, the dragon, when you say hoard, it's the dragon is accumulating accumulating gifts, no? And when you look at it here, no, here you see the dragon here, no, very nice dragon, very nice looking dragon. His tail is flipped over his head to his back, no, and he is cradling something like a certain gem, no, in his tummy, inside his tummy. It's his tummy is glowing, no, and you see it could be the chakra, the I don't know if this is the solar plexus chakra, no, but he is hoarding strength within. The solar plexus chakra is the area where we find our inner strength, no. So in a certain sense, no, power also related to power, related to strength, no, and then makes me think of the moon also. The sky, and then the tummy is like the glowing part of the moon. The solar plexus is the glowing part of the moon. Protecting the future, it means that whatever strength you need here, I think you need to take good care of it, to nurture it so that it will continue to be with you. This sort of strength, you will be able to use it for the benefit not only of yourself but for the whole universe. And so you need to protect it, you need to nurture it, no? So these are wonderful gifts that you are receiving now. There is a need for you to nurture them and protect them, to continue allowing your inner child to grow and enjoy and be healthy. At the same time, you take care of the gifts that are given to you. Now there's a need for, I think also there's a need for you to keep this gift secret, because don't throw to pigs the jewels that you have. I mean, there will be people who will not appreciate the gift that you have, and they might even be for example, like this one, no, with the claim, this one you cannot avoid. People will start to notice that you have received gifts, and people will start to appreciate your gifts. So expect also in the near future there will be people who will be jealous also of that. So you will have to be protective things. So it's better to keep things secret, no? People will not understand sometimes also. So it's better to keep things secret, nurture it quietly, like the dragon. The dragon usually is hidden in their lair, and it's very hard to find the dragons. So they usually hide, and so at the same time also these gifts that they give you, you keep it secret and hide it, no? And only use it when it's needed, no? But you cannot help, it will overflow, no? Even if you hide it, it will come out. It's okay. The important thing is that you do not go around telling people about it. You just keep quiet about it, and people will see it, and the divine will be able to use it more fully when you are just quiet, because you do not put yourself in the limelight. The divine is the one who is in the limelight. So this humility, humble nature will allow you to benefit. Wow. So your spirit animal for today is the elephant, no? Open yourself to true abundance. See, archangels, Mary and Raphael. So when you see here, no, see here, look. This is the. When you look at it, no, it makes me think of the third eye, no, but the color is green. No? I guess when your chakra is, when the chakras are clear, the communications with the other chakras is very strong, so that they change. Even the water that's coming out of the spout of this young elephant is bluish green, no? So the chakra in the crown chakra is glowing, no? And yeah, I'm wondering why it's colored green. No, maybe it's filled with love, related to the heart chakra. So it's an overflowing gift that makes you love more, no? Giving unconditional love to the universe. And you see here, no, this one is pink, and it's good, no? This is the heart chakra, and there's pink. It means you are a person filled with love, loving energy. So the chakras here are well, and then they are glowing, no? So it means that they are cleansed and they are energized, and at the same time, no, there is true abundance. So you are really being told that things are going well for you, no? There is abundance, and you need to nurture it like the dragon, no, nurtures it secretly. You need to nurture your gifts secretly, and then be aware to the moon cycles, and be gracious, be thankful to the divine that you are receiving this gift of strength. This strength like the dragon is also full of strength. So here also the king, symbolism of strength. Everything is consistent with each other. You are in a state in your life right now where you're feeling a lot of abundance. There is a lot of abundance in your life, you know, like the empress, the elephants, no, and at the same time there is a sense of mystery. Your intuitive gifts and your psychic abilities are growing, and it's becoming a source of your inner strength, and you are more sensitive now to the cycles of the moon. I don't think it's only the cycles of the moon that you are sensitive now. You are also sensitive to the whole creation, everything around you. You are sensitive, so you need to guard. You need to guard, like the emperor has a lot of boundaries, no. The queen also has a lot of the empress also has a lot of boundaries, so you need to create some boundaries to protect yourself from people who would try to drain you of your energies, no. And you take care of those energies, that it will not be depleted. So you have to hoard it like a dragon in his lair, secretly hoard it. I mean, it's for the benefit of everything. When his energy is with him, it emanates to the whole universe. You see the glow that goes around it. So as long as you nurture and take good care of your energy, this energy will benefit everyone around you. Just as this cup that is overflowing, everything around him is flourishing. The empress also, everything around her is flourishing. Even this inner child, everything, the sunflowers are very healthy and flourishing, and everything around him is very cheerful. People are celebrating everything, no? So when you nurture and protect this special strength and gift that was given to you, and you're sensitive to the cycles, you are protective of everything, you take good care of your abundance, you keep it and you share it also. You see this little elephant spraying the water out. It's like sharing the abundance that they have. You will overflow. It's like the cup that is overflowing. This elephant is also overflowing, just as the cup is overflowing. It's natural for you. If you continue nurturing, taking care of the gift that was given to you, the strength, you will always overflow, and people around you will benefit. Not only the people around you, but the whole of the universe, as he symbolizes here. The strength is not only around him, but it emanates to the rest of the universe. Well, this is very beautiful reflection. Thank you divine, thank you universe, thank you spirit guides, for this wonderful message that you have given us. Now, for those of you who are interested, we will go to the reflection guide part of part 3 of our medicine wheel series. Okay, so for those who are of you pile 2 who are interested to the reflection guide, we are now going to that part. Okay, for the reflection guide for pile 2 of part 3, okay, the thing that maybe we can work on is being sensitive to the cycles of the moon. So this is one thing you should be aware of. No? The angels are telling us to be sensitive to the guidance of the moon. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot, no? Thinking of the angels. Yes. We need to find the angel numbers, no? Okay, so we'll try to see what is your angel number. I don't know why it was not in the first part. Supposed to be, I should have done it in the first part. Maybe it is, this angel number is only for those who are interested to go to the reflection part. Well, okay, we will not go back anymore to the reading part. Maybe the angels wanted those only who are interested to have a deeper reflection of it. Those who are the ones who will be receiving the angel numbers. Okay, so what is the angel number for today? 5 and 1. Okay, so if you start to see number 5 and number 1 repeatedly in your from now on, no, or lately or recently, if you see them very common coming back and forth, then there must be a reason about it. Now 5 plus 1 is equals to 6. So we will try to see what is the meaning of number 6. Just a moment. Okay, for angel number 6, no, this represents love, compassion and healing. Okay, so it's very much consistent with here, no? You will have the strength for healing, the strength to love also. And as you can see here, no, you are emanating with love. You are able to conquer things because of love. And so here, the message here is the angels are encouraging us to also consider love, loving other people. So when you constantly see number 5, number 1, and number 6, no, always remember that it's a reassurance to you that the angels are with you, and the spirit guides are with you, the divine is with you. These are reassurances that they are with you. Other things that another thing that you can consider is when you start to see feathers. For example, you're walking along the road and then you start to see bird feathers around you. This can also be a symbolism that the angels are reassuring you, we are with you, don't be afraid. Okay, so this is very important, no? So you see here a lot of birds also, no, with the angels. So one thing of the reflection that we need is we need to number 1 for the reflection guide is try to be sensitive with the cycles of the moon. Maybe you try to there are a lot of in the internet also of reflections during the different cycles of the moon. I mean, to be sensitive with it. For example, in the new moon, what are you feeling? When it's already in the first quarter moon, what are you feeling? When it's full moon, how does the full moon affect you? And then if it is the last quarter moon, how is full moon affect you? And then when it's again going back to the new moon, you try to see how the cycles of the moon affects you, especially when it comes to your inner strength, no? So it's like that. Also physical strength, no? There might be some cycles, parts of the cycles or the phases of the moon wherein you start to feel symptoms, no? So oftentimes when you are undergoing this awareness, no, spontaneous awareness, you're growing, you are start to evolve, no, to develop your psychic abilities. There will be some symptoms that you will feel, like for example being sleepy always. It's like a computer that keeps restarting because you are upgrading, something like that. Or you'll be having more vivid dreams, you'll be having some headaches because your body is some symptoms because your body is adjusting to the new you that is being formed, no? And so these are the things that you need to consider. Okay, at the same time, number 3, reflection. So number 1 is being sensitive to the cycles of the moon. Okay, and at the same time, number 2, reflection would be how to nurture these gifts that you are given. Now, when you are given a gift, you are given an inspiration, you need to work on it. You need to nurture it. It's like nurturing your inner child. You need to cultivate it. It's like a seed that is given to you. If you do not take good care of that seed, it will not grow. No, so there's a need for you to like a dragon, to nurture it, no, within you, in your inner self, nurture it so that you will reach this certain abundance. So there is a need for you to have a regular moment of meditation and contemplation, maybe in the morning and in the evening. You can start with 10 minutes and then later on maybe extend it depending on the inspiration or the movement of the spirit, and be more sensitive of the things around you. And whatever gift you receive, you nurture it. There might be some aids that the universe will give you so that you will be able to develop more your gifts. You don't worry, the spirit will guide you, and your spirit guides will also guide you, so that you will go through the school of the mystical realm. Okay, these things, you will be guided, but this is very important for you to nurture it and to keep it silently in you. No, do not let the others see, because when this is a very special gift. The more you silently, it's like a seed that is being planted in the ground. People go about, they don't know that the seed is slowly germinating and the seed is slowly growing. Suddenly, later on, they realize it's already somebody who's already flourished. So it's like that. So you nurture, you find ways of how to nurture this gift that has been given to you by the divine in silence. So that's the thing, I think, being more sensitive to nature, to the cycles of the moon, also as nature, and to try to nurture this special inner gift that is being given to you. And yesterday I told about thankfulness. No, always say thank you. When you say thank you, you recognize the gift, and you are reminded to cherish and treasure the gift just as the dragon's horde. Okay, so that's it for the reflection part. Let us now go to pile number 3. Okay, thank you. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to the to part 3 of our medicine wheel video. And for pile 3, you are the ones who have chosen the black obsidian. Now we are going to include now, beside the black obsidians, 2 clear quartz, so that they can magnify the effects of the black obsidian. Okay, now before we start, we will have a short summary of part 1 and part 2. Now, if you want to have a more detailed description or reading for part 1 and part 2, we have provided a link in the description box. Okay, so let us now go to the short summary of part 1. For part 1, we presented the cards in the spread of the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, we have south, north, west, and east. In the west is the card that represents the recently closed recent past, or recently closed chapter in your life. In the eastern part, because the recently closed is where the sun sets, in the east, where the sun rises, we designated the new beginning in your life. Okay, in the southern part, this represents the present moment wherein you are aware of. So these are the things that are happening in your conscious world. And at the same time, in the northern part, this is where these are the things that are happening in the present in the realm of the spirit. Okay, those that you are not aware of. And in the center is the main energy. Okay, so in the recent past, you just received, you seem to have developed a deeper connection with the infinite, with the sign of the infinite there, and it made you flourish as a person, because as you see here, this person has a lot of vine and flowers growing from her, and at the same time she developed inner strength, inner courage, which allows her to face things that are scary. She's able to face them with courage and with tenderness also. Now, usually we are not tender with things that we are afraid of, but if you are courageous, you are able to reach out to things that are a little bit scary with tenderness. Okay, so that is what happened to you in your recent past. Now, in the present moment, because you've developed this certain deeper relationship with the divine, and you have developed this certain courage, you are not afraid anymore to be who you are. You somehow gave the world a message here: world, this is me, accept me for who I am. If not, just let me be. Okay, so it's like that. So you're not afraid to be different. You're not afraid to dress differently. You're not afraid to act differently. And you are already more courageous to go on adventures. And then you also experimented with the things that you wanted in your life that you are before afraid of reaching out. You started reaching out for them. And in the conscious part, because of this ability to be yourself, then you are able to attract more attention from the world, because you are singing the song that you were meant to sing. And because of that, there is a promise of success in the future. But it's not an easy success. However, everything is prepared already. As you can see, the ground is already tilled, and there is already the inspiration that you are contemplating on, and you have already the vehicle, which is the horse, in order to accomplish this dream. So in the future, there is that promise of success and abundance. And then here also in the spirit world, you just closed a chapter in your life, and this chapter consists of things that are negative, the negative parts of you, those parts of you that are weak and are willing to compromise what is nice and what is good, because just so that you will not encounter difficulty from other things like this one, this old like person dressed like a bishop is sort of like compromising with death so that death will spare him. No, it's not like that. It seems that you are this little child who is kneeling just at the foot of the horse, and she is offering death with the flower, and she's not afraid of death. She she faces death with courage, and there's a new beginning for you. So it's like this one. You are undergoing interior transformation, letting go of things that no longer serve you, and you are facing your future with courage. And so what happens is, in the near future, you will really be a person who will uphold what is right and what is true. You will no longer compromise, and then you will even become a voice for those who are voiceless. So this is the summary of what happened in part 1. Okay, so for more details, you can check on the link of part 1. Now let us go to the summary of part 2. Okay, for the summary of part 2 for pile 3, so what happened is that we added to the 4 corners of the earth the 4 elements of the earth. We have the element of earth, air, fire, and water. And when we added the 4 elements, we had more clarification of the situation that you are presently in. Okay, remember, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you. Okay, so it seems that a feminine energy came into your life, and it is this feminine energy that somehow accelerated this relationship you have with the divine, and also gave you this gift of inner strength. No, it seems that this lady seems to be a lady who is yes, quite stylish and quite attractive, no, and she is very, very productive, no, and at the same time it seems that this lady has a well-developed intuition. It could be also that this lady is also an empath. No, it seems that she has a facility with the inner world. Now, this lady could also represent you. No, this feminine energy. It seems that part of the development also, if this is you, it seems that part of the development that you have acquired is the increased intuition, represented by this falcon that is covered. No, it seems that the cover on the head of the falcon has been removed, and you are able to have a deeper relationship with the divine. Now, the reason why I am considering that there is a new partner, it is because of this card in the air, in the element of air, which shows the lovers. No, and here it shows the masculine energy looking at the feminine energy, and this feminine energy is looking up to the angel and to the sun, which represents the divine. So it seems that really there seems to be a feminine energy. It could be a man or a woman, no? Depending on the predominant energy is feminine, and that predominant energy is also very intuitive. This person is very much in touch with the divine and with her spiritual guides, and somehow she is inspiring you that undergo the same transformation, and because of that you are having deeper relationship with the divine, and you are developing this inner courage that allows you to be who you are and allows you to do what you were meant to do in this world. And at the same time, when you look at it here at the element of fire, you are this is confirming that in the near future you will really be laying down all those things that have been a burden in your life. Those things that prevent you from soaring in your spiritual journey, you are finally putting them down. And you are going to plant, as you can see here, these are shoots, new shoots. You will be planting new things into your life, things that are positive, things that will enhance the growth of your inner child, which is represented by this courageous little child here in front of death. So at the same time also, because this relationship is centered in the presence of the divine, you and your partner are being nurtured by the presence of the divine. You will grow to develop a relationship that is filled with unconditional love, a relationship that is filled with trust and honesty. And then, yes, in your life, not only you, maybe also in the life of you together with your partner, you will be upholding what is right and true. And maybe you will be teachers also, no? Maybe you are being called to be light workers, people who would be inspiring others to live a life that is higher energy, a life that expresses unconditional love, expresses truthfulness, expresses trust. These are the things, and then you become voice for the voiceless. You are able to empower those who are weak to stand for themselves and demand that they be given also equal treatment, that they are not shortchanged in relationships that they have. So this is the summary of part 2. Now, for more detailed reading, you can refer to the link that is provided in the description box. Now, so after we've done that, now we go to finally the official reading of part 3. Okay, pile 3. So we are finally in part 3, and we will try to see what is the message of the divine and the universe and our spirit guides. Okay, spirit guides. So now for the message from the divine and the universe, or the universe, we will be using the cosmic reading cards. For the message from our archangels and angels, we will be using the Archangel oracle cards. For the message from our ancestors, we will be using the Shaman's dream oracle. And finally, for the message from our spirit animals, we will be using the Archangel animal oracle cards. Okay, so we already pre-shuffled it earlier, no? But we will shuffle it again. So for the message of the divine and the universe, I'm shuffling it right now. Okay, and then okay, oopsie, I'm a little bit clumsy when the cards are a little bit bigger. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so for the message of the divine or the universe, we have, ta-da, okay, emotions. Ooh, okay, very much, that's nice. No, it's close to the lovers. Emotions. Okay. Oh, I just moved it. Okay, for the message from our archangels and our angels. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, somebody fell already. Okay, somebody fell. So already somebody fell. Oh, actually there are 3 of them. Wow. Yeah, quite unusual. We received just 3. Okay, we'll take them. We'll take them because they jumped on their own. Okay, the 3 of them. Okay, so the message here. So the first one is emotions. Let's try to look at the emotions. When you look at here, the emotions. Oh, yeah. The hair seems to follow a certain wave, and the arms she seems to be wearing a certain garb, wherein it is longer than the arm, and they somehow create certain waves. No, quite very much in with our emotions. So it's like the waves of the emotions, and at the same time, when you look at it, the color is that of blue, green, purple. So these are the colors of the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the head, the crown chakras. No, so it's in the upper chakras. No, it's from the heart. No, so yes, emotions, love. No, love, passion, everything. No? Somehow related here. Passion for the divine, passion for each other's partner. Okay, passion for the loved one. Oh, by the way, it can also be your the feminine here can also symbolize also your inner part, your inner person. No, so this can also be not just a union with a partner, but a union with your inner self that is in touch with the divine and also with your spirit guide. So it can be also like that. No, so for those who are happily single, that could be your reality. Now the message here are 3 for message from your angels. No, remember who you are. Okay, so it's going back to your inner child. No, so yes, you are being called to the healing, and you are presently undergoing healing of your inner child. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. With the deepening relationship with the divine, you are starting to realize that you came from the divine. You are a child of the divine, and being a child of the divine, you have a certain dignity, no, and you are recovering that kind of dignity. You are already asking for something. You deserve more. You have that dignity of being a child of the divine. And then angel therapy. Okay, Angel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Okay, so let go of all these burdens and let your angels take care of you. So here you are already receiving assurance from your spirit angels, no, from your spirit guides, and they're telling you, don't worry, you let go of all these things. No, if you feel you cannot completely get rid of them, and trust it to us, we will help you get rid of them. No, and trust them all to us. Let go of all your burdens. Do not worry too much. Maybe you think too much. How will I be able to overcome this addiction? How will I be able to let go of this toxic relationship, everything like that, whatever it is, no, in the past? No, do not worry. Just entrust everything to the divine, and trust everything to your spirit guides. Sometimes it's like, for example, you approach the divine, and you approach your spirit guides and tell them, we have a problem. These are the things that are troubling me right now, and I couldn't go forward in my spiritual journey. These you can write them down. Even you can just tell them, and then afterwards you tell them, can you solve it for me? Okay, so you just say it like that, and entrust everything to them, and forget about it, and just allow them to guide you, because they in order for them to solve it, you need also to participate. So you allow them to guide you, but you entrust it all to them. Don't, and stop worrying about it anymore. So the angels will take care of your therapy. Okay, healthy lifestyle. Okay, Archangel Raphael, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So as you are taking care of your spiritual life and your love life, your heart, your mind, your heart, and your spirit, you need also to take care of your body. I mean, make it a holistic healing already. So there's this invitation for you to also take care of your physical health. Okay, so these are good messages for you. Beautiful. Okay, so you really have to let go of all these things. You need to let them all go. They also are burdens to your health. No? If you worry about these things, no. I noticed that when we start to have more responsibilities, we start to have higher laboratory results. So it's best for us to really let go of all these things, so that our laboratory results will get back to normal. Okay, so okay, so let's see. Okay, let us see. Okay. Limited space. Okay. Oh, there's another one there. Okay, so now we get one randomly. Fortune's Wheel. Oh, I think we got it from one of the other piles earlier. No, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. Okay, it seems that you already received good luck. No, but I think this has something to do with God's time, or the time of the divine. I mean, all these things will happen in the time of the divine. So there is important to have that right timing. And for us to have that right timing, we need to be docile to the movement of the spirit. No, that is, we constantly have to be in touch, constantly in meditation, constantly in prayer, constantly being aware of the events that are happening in our life, constantly aware of the little signals that the our spirit guides are telling us. No, it seems that like our ancestors are telling us, be sensitive, spend more time listening to the spirit, so that you will be able to be in line with the right time. You will be able to have the right timing. I mean, that you will be in line to the time frame of the divine. So it's like that. And when you are able to do it with the time frame of the divine, good things will come. Not good things will follow. This good fortune will come. So it's important for us to be docile to the movement of the spirits. Okay, finally, let's go to our animal spirit. What is the message of our animal spirits for pile 3? What is the message of our animal spirits for pile 3? Okay, and then what is the message of our animal spirits for pile 3? Okay, okay, we take one randomly. Who is our animal spirit guide? Oh, the kingfisher. Okay, be patient and focus. So see, it's very much in touch with the message of our ancestors, no? The kingfisher, no? They would watch very closely the waters until they see a fish in the sea. When they see that fish in the sea, then they dive into the water. It's the same for us also. We have to be constantly spending time in contemplation. The water represents our inner world. So we need to spend constantly watch our inner world. That means we need to spend more time in contemplation, spend more time in solitude, spend more time in the temple of the Lord, which is nature, and to watch our inner waters, no, in order to see the wisdom that is being sent to us by the divine and by our spiritual guide. The fishes can represent the gifts, spiritual wisdom, the downloads that are being given to us by the spirit world. No, these are the things that are being given to us, and we need to be constantly watching for them. There's a need for us to constantly be in the receptive mode, and this is something that you will develop by constant practice. We need to constantly do it. So we need to be like the kingfisher who spends a lot of time contemplating above the water, no, or contemplating, looking into the inner world, no, like a kingfisher looking into the inner world, waiting for these special downloads that we are receiving from the divine and the spirit. And there is a need for patience, being able to wait so that we will be able to respond immediately when the time of the divine comes, so that we will be able to have this right timing, so that we will be able to receive also benefit a lot from the gifts, the special downloads that is being given to us by the divine and the universe. This is very, very interesting. It seems, pile 3, that you are being invited to have a deeper inner life, and the benefits of it will be a deeper and more fulfilling, loving relationship, and a more fulfilling future that is filled with abundance and goodness, not only for you, your partner, but also for the people who are around you. By the way, for completion, let us try to see if we can get an angel number for you, pile 3. What is your angel number for today? Yes. Hopefully some of this will resonate with some of you. Okay, what is that? Okay, it's 9 and 0. Okay, so you can check what is you try to see if for the rest of these days and for the days to follow, if you constantly see the number 9 and number 0, then maybe the angels are reassuring you that they are there near you. At the same time, no, also when you look at it, no, we will try to see what is the meaning of number 9. Number 9. Okay. According to our angel numbers here, our cheat sheet, it sets here, number 9 represents humanitarianism and selflessness. Okay, so this is the one I think that is related here. Okay, being the voice for the voiceless, no? So number 9 symbolizes being the voice of the voice for the voiceless. 9 plus 0 equals 9. Okay, so your angel number is 9, and at the same time, yeah, if you see 0 also, yeah, these are the numbers that are common for you right now. But it's being humanitarianism, no, increasing more unconditional love, not only for the people who are part of your life right now, but also letting your cup overflow to those who are in need, to those who are excluded from the society, no, being a humanitarian. And I think this has something to do with this one, no, being the voice for the voiceless, making someone who upholds justice, no, a light worker also, someone who spends time also guiding people so that they will be able to stand up for their own right, no. So it's not just helping them, but empowering them, giving them the ability to fight for themselves. So yeah, okay, so at least now we have also our angel numbers, since these are also messages from the universe. Just a little bonus, we can get our angel number. Well, okay, so now that we have done it, for those who want to have a deeper message or deeper understanding of what has just transpired, I invite you to go to the next portion of this reading, which is the reflection guide portion. So let us now go there for those who are interested. For those who are not, you can already finish the video now. Hope to see you again tomorrow for those who would like to end the video now. But for those who would like to go to the reflection guide, then let us now go to it. Thank you. Okay, pile 3. For those, I think those who are willing to go even further, to go to the reflection part. I think the message for you right now in this reflection part, the thing that you need to work on is being able to develop this general spirituality or general atmosphere of receptivity. So I guess you can call it spirituality of receptivity. There's this spirituality of thankfulness. It is also very important to be thankful. So everything that you receive from the divine, whenever you receive downloads from the divine, and whenever you receive messages from your spirit guides and from the divine, we should always say thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you are a tarot reader, there's always this, after you finish a tarot reading, you can always say thank you, thank you. Everything you receive, every time you receive a message, thank you. Sometimes I forget that, but at the end of the tarot reading, I find myself saying thank you. I find myself saying thank you for using me as an instrument to be able to be of service to other people, and there's always this spirit of thankfulness, thanking them also for the little things, the ordinary activities we encounter, even if the thing that we received is a challenge, and most importantly, when we receive downloads and inspirations and insights, it's good to have this thankfulness. But at the same time, so number one maybe is we can consider in our reflection right now is to try to be constantly thankful. From the moment we wake up, throughout the day, and also before we sleep, we say thank you. And at the same time also, the second one that we should have is this receptivity. And for us, for example, like you are being invited to an even deeper relationship with the divine, because it seems that the divine is teaching you to let go of the things that are no longer helping you in your spiritual journey. It seems that you are being called to a deeper spiritual journey and a deeper way of living and loving people. And it seems that you are becoming more intuitive. At the same time, you are developing a lot of inner beauty that is already coming out, making you stand out already in the world, making you becoming a different person. So I think there's a need for you to have this receptivity, and the best way to be receptive is to spend moments of prayer and meditation and contemplation. And the best way to do it is to go in the midst of nature, the temple of the divine. So it's good that part of your daily routine is to spend moments being in nature. It can just be a walk in the park, or just doing gardening, or maybe even just watering plants, but to make it a point that it's a daily part of your life already. And a daily part of your life also, another thing that would help you to be receptive is to spend a short moment when you wake up in the morning to be with the divine. It might require you to wake up a little earlier, but oftentimes you will notice as you undergo this spiritual downloads, as you undergo this spiritual awareness, opening, becoming more aware of the divine and the movements of the spirit in your life, you will notice you will be waking up earlier, sometimes even 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the grace, and you do not even immediately fall asleep. This is a grace. This is that moment wherein you are being invited by the divine to be in honeymoon with the universe, with the divine. This is that moment that they say, this moment is ours. They will say like that. So it's like that moment you spend time with the divine. You can start with just 10 minutes. So 10 minutes when you wake up, and then 10 minutes before you sleep. Just spend it with the divine. And then you let the spirit work on you. Sooner or later, it will expand. Not just 10 minutes, it will extend even more. And what happens if you are a tarot reader, or also you will experience that the reading of the tarot, if you are a scryer, when you do scrying, it becomes moments of meditation also, moments of being with the divine, because you are in constant communication with the divine. And you see, when you do it, you are in the receptive mode also. You are receiving downloads, you are receiving messages, and then you are relaying the messages to the people to whom you are providing the reading. So in a certain sense, you are also in the receptive mode. And I think this is what is in being invited of you, to develop this ability to be receptive. And the two things that I can advise for you is to spend moments in the morning when you wake up with the divine, and then spend moments before you sleep with the divine again. And at the same time, spending every day, make it a point to spend some time in the midst of nature. This will teach you to be more receptive. And at the same time, this spirituality of thankfulness makes you in the receptive mood, because immediately when something happens that is positive or negative, whatever it is, immediately you have this thankfulness within you. It means that you were in the receptive mode. You are a gracious receiver. Okay. At the same time, being receptive will allow you to be in dancing in time with the steps of the divine, of the universe. When you dance with the steps of the divine and the universe, it is easy for you to receive the gifts that the universe is giving you. So there is a need for you to spend more time being receptive, like the kingfisher, who is looking at the water receptively, being receptive to the movements of the water. Try to slowly, carefully watching the changes of the water currents. And from there they immediately identify when there is a gift coming from the sea, okay, or gift downloads coming from the divine and from the universe. So there's a need for you to be receptive also. So that is the thing. And the third thing that I can maybe ask you to do, or you can consider, is to, if you are already in the relationship, if you are one of those who have received a new person in your life, try to see how you can nurture this friendship, so that you will be able to develop this deeper relationship that will be fulfilling both for you and your partner. It's good to have little rituals, little sweet things that you do for each other, that you daily do and becomes part of your ritual. These little things are little, sort of like little water that sprinkle on the little plant that is your loving relationship. So the little things, the little rituals that you do, things that is uniquely just between you and your special someone. These little things, as little as they think they appear, it might sound a little bit corny for others, the little things that you do, but for the two of you, for you and your partner, this is something that is very important. Actually, these little things makes you understand each other even more, go deeper. So I think you should also nurture this loving relationship, because somehow this loving relationship that you now received is also nurturing your inner child. When you spend more time in solitude and these things, you are also nurturing your inner child. Now, the fourth and the last thing I'd like to ask you is, if you have time, write down in a piece of paper the things that you feel you need to let go already of your life, the negative things, the things that make you a person that easily compromises what is good to something that is less good, because you just want to be free from difficulty. So these are the things you need to write down. Write down whatever addictions or bad habits that you have. You write them down, and then after you've written them down, make a resolution that finally you're going to let go of them. Maybe with a short prayer to the divine and to your spirit guides, you tell them, these are the things I think I need to work on myself. Can you help me solve it? You entrust everything to your angel therapy. Whatever it is, let go of them, give them to the angels, give them to the divine, and let them carry out and get rid of these things in your life. And at the same time, just cooperate with them. Sometimes they will lead you to a place where your mind will tell you, I don't think this will be helpful. You just follow. You just let the spirit guide you. You will realize sometimes what seems to be a longer path is actually the shortcut, because they know more than we do. So just let go of these things, and try to see also in the next column, of their paper, you write down also what are the things that new things that I can start doing in replacement to these negative things that I am letting go. Because when you replace this negative habit with a new habit that is more positive, then it is easier for you to get rid of the negative habit. For example, if this habit you always do early in the morning, you replace it with another habit that you will do also early in the morning, then you will not have any more time to entertain the bad habit, because it is already replaced by another activity that is more fulfilling and much more healthier, which is healthier than the previous one. So it can be early in the morning, you can start doing exercises more, like for example doing yoga, maybe having a healthful diet, everything like that. So these are the things you slowly replace the bad things that you are letting down with good things. You start to plant seedlings of better habits and better things in your life. Well, that's it for now. I invite you to see me again tomorrow for the last part of our medicine wheel, which is the creation of the crystal grid. Well, pile 3, thank you for this moment with you. Until tomorrow, have a great day.